Today on Toy Habits, we take a deep dive into the mysterious Masters of the Universe character, Despara. Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Habits, and today we are deep diving into the MOTU character known as Despara. Back on August 22nd, 2023, Mattel filed to renew the trademark for Despara, which could mean one of two things. First, they could simply be renewing her trademark so that they do not lose the naming rights for this figure, and second, it could mean that a Despara release for the line is in the works. We like to think this is the latter, but we aim to answer the question, who is Despara? Now, the story of Despara is one of an individual dragged down by dire circumstances beyond her control. She-Ra, in true fashion, rose above those circumstances to become an inspiration to the world around her. The comic lore tells the story about She-Ra in a dramatic retelling of her beginnings and delves into her pre-Princess of Power past. Before the Sword of Protection came to her, before she became the most powerful woman in the universe, and before she uttered the phrase, "For the honor of Grayskull," she was kidnapped as a baby by Skeletor. She-Ra's alter ego, Princess Adora, twin sister of Prince Adam, who later became He-Man, was raised by Hordak in the dark dimension of Despondos. Hordak renamed Adora Despara and brainwashed her into becoming a villain. Despara became a force captain in Hordak's army and Hordak's own personal assassin. She-Ra is a powerful character whether she is on the side of good or evil. Her journey before becoming the Princess of Power is a message of strength, capability, and redemption, as Despara is a darker, more unusual take on She-Ra. The illustrator of the comic portrays her as a detached and cold individual rather than evil to the core. As the artist Drew Edward Johnson said in an interview, she wasn't born as this deadly Hordak enforcer, but was made one. And over the course of the story, we can see how she's been kept in line and made to do things that are against her nature. I tried to show in a couple of close-up shots that her eyes are not those of a killer, and in those shots, divided her face down the middle with the panel borders to show her split nature. Johnson said he believes that She-Ra still resonates with audiences because, like Wonder Woman, She-Ra is iconic. She stood and stands as a strong, good-hearted character that anyone of any age can get behind. A figure of Despara was created for the MOTU Classics line, and she is armed with two swords, a battle staff, and an alternate evil head. From what we've seen from Mattel lately, they are creating figures in the MOTU Origins line based on MOTU Classics figures. Fangor is a great example of a recent figure that was first made in MOTU Classics and then for the Origins line. Despara's MOTU Classics bio reads, "As a Horde Force captain, Adora donned armor to resemble her father Hordak and became the fearsome warrior Despara. Enchanted by Shadow Weaver to forget inklings of mercy or independent thought, Despara was a living weapon for the Horde until her twin brother He-Man gave her the Sword of Protection and helped her become heroic She-Ra. Many years later, after Hordak's defeat, she destroyed his brother Horde Prime, whose spirit then possessed her. The Sword of Protection prevented him from truly corrupting Adora's soul, but left her with amnesia, fighting her freedom in a galactic arena for years. Eventually, she returned to Eternia, where contact with the Sword of Power restored the Sword of Protection and expelled Prime's spirit, destroying Despara's personality forever. We often feature work of talented and amazing customizers when we do not have official images for a figure reveal or a tease yet. We got an infusion of character names that were either teased or listed for trademark renewal purposes, and we recently came across a MOTU customizer, Despara Customs, on Instagram, and his work is out of this world. In fact, the world he focuses on is Etheria and designing Masters of the Universe figures for the Princess of Power line. but he has also translated some of his work over to Masters of the Universe Revelation with his Skelesorceress Evil Lyn concept. We were scrolling his Instagram feed and came across a Despara Custom he created, and it looks outstanding. Adam specializes in creating figures that resemble the MOTU vintage line, but we can also imagine what these figure concepts could look like if they came to MOTU Origins. Adam says on his Instagram post, "Force Captain Despara struggles under the spell of her adopted mother, Shadow Weaver. This custom shows Despara with short-rooted hair as she is portrayed in the comics and concept art. Her uniform is made up of silver and black paint apps, with some material that reflects light, creating a multicolor effect. Despara also has an alternative look, which really shows the dark side of Adora. Rather than creating an alternate head sculpt, Adam She-Ra Customs created a mask that can pull down over her face. If this figure was created for the vintage line, this would likely be how Mattel would design this figure with an alternate personality, as the heads were not swappable back then. If she was ever to come to the MOTU Origins line, she could be designed with an alternate head sculpt. We truly hope Despara is created for the MOTU Origins line, as this would continue the Horde line of characters, much like the Snake Men are doing for that faction. Be sure to follow Adam She-Ra Customs on Instagram, as he's built out the She-Ra line, so if you want to see some amazing concepts for what a MOTU Origins Princess of Power line could look like, check him out. We also have still images featuring Adam She-Ra Customs' work and the backstory of Despara on the Toy Habits website, so make your way over there after viewing this video. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the alter ego of She-Ra, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel.